Well, welcome to Grand Lake Health System Court, where Rider Nation Station is back to bring you winter sports. We've had about a 3-week hiatus with the conclusion of girls soccer, who made it to the regional finals and bowed out. And it's now basketball season, wrestling season, and bowling season. We'll see what all we can bring to Rider Nation Station this winter. The last time Rider Nation Station was in this court was in May, piecing together the virtual graduation, which seemed like it took an eternity to put that together. And we were glad to be able to do that and bring virtual graduation to the class of 2020. My name is Doug Spencer. Alongside me, Kelly Fulmer. Kelly, thanks for joining Rider Nation Station tonight for the girls basketball game between the Kalida Lady Wildcats and the St. Mary's Memorial Rough Riders.
Hey, it's great to be here.
It is great to be here, and we are getting ready for the starting announcement of the lineups. And here we're going to get started with the Kalida Lady Cat basketball team. It's going to be number 4, Catherine Seibenek. She is a team captain. Number 5, Grace Clausing, 5'9" senior. Followed by number 11, Brooke Vinicotter. Number 22, Brenna Smith, captain. And rounding out the starting 5 for Coach Adam Huber is number 24, Camille Hovis. For your Lady Riders, number 2, senior Haley Felver. Number 4, Elena Menker. Number 11, Kendall Daringer. Number 15, Noe Ruane. And rounding it out, number 21, the senior, Kylie Tennant. For the Lady Cats, it is Seibenek, number 4, Clausy, number 5, Vinicotter, number 11, Smith, number 22, Hovis, number 24. And for your Lady Riders, coached by John Burke, number 2, Haley Felver, number 4, Elena Manker, number 11, Kendall Daringer, number 15, Noe Ruane, and number 21, Kylie Tennant. This is the second game for each. The Lady Cats took a defeat to the hands of the Ottawa Glandorf Titans, a perennial powerhouse. They lost that opener 46-33. And St. Mary's traveled to Fort Jennings and put some points on the board, Kelly, 71-21 to bring in their 1-0 record to the Lady Cats 0-1. The ball is tipped and controlled by the Lady Cats. Seibenek to the left side to Brenna Smith into the middle, looking for the handoff. She takes it inside, one move. Ruane there for help side. Good help side D, but the cardinal sin for the defense is allowing that second opportunity. With that second opportunity is going to present 2 shots for Grace Clausing. She dips, she flips, and it's a little short on the iron. Second free throw attempt for Grace Clausing, captain, senior. Rims in and out, rebound by Haley Felver. Outlet to Daringer. Daringer left side to Tennant. Tennant on the Riders. Back to Daringer. To the right side to Manker. Man-to-man defense by the Wildcats. Nice swing from Felver to Tennant to the left side. Can't find Manker underneath. Release to the top. Manker's going to take it to the free throw line. Turnover. Going to be the first turnover in transition are the Wildcats, Lady Cats, excuse me. And putting it up and in is number 4, Catherine Seibenek. Manker did a nice job with the penetration. She just kind of clamped up and threw it into double team and resulted in a 2-point transition for the Lady Cats. Still man-to-man defense, denying the ball. There's Noe Ruane, 17-footer, little hard, back iron, rebounded by Seibenek. She throws it away, trying to find number 11, Vinicotter, for the Lady Cats. So turnovers, one each, I think we have. And we have a 2-0 lead for the Lady Cats, 6:49 in the first quarter. You know I can never do stats.
Yeah, have some experience doing this. You just got to kind of pay attention, and
that's my problem.
You got to know where your things are on your paper too.
Yep.
Because if you don't know where those are, then you spend all the time looking for it, or you might miss something that's going on in the game.
Hence, I can't do stats. Penetration to the right side. Daringer, nice collapse by the Lady Cats. Block it, and then transition. Come the Lady Cats. There's Smith. Kicks out to number 5, Clausing. Back up top to the relief valve. Number 11, Vinicotter pushes to the right side. Sibenek thought about shooting it. Lot of penetration by the Lady Cats as number 11, Vinicotter, takes it in. And we just talked about pregame where you don't always have to call a foul, even though it looks like it. And there we had a situation with both number 11s. Triggering in on the throw, and Daringer comes up with the thievery. She passes to Elena Manker. Manker to the top, over to Kylie Tennant. Tennant, the senior. Nice pick and roll, but there, Daringer's shot is blocked by number 24, Camille Hovis, the 5'8" sophomore. And we're going to have our first tied up ball at the 5:43 mark. And along with that jump ball, we've got our first substitution. Checking into the game, number 20, 5'6" sophomore, Cora Rabel. Rabel to Ruane. Felver, ball above her head, back to Ruane on the right side. Man-to-man defense by the Lady Cats. Ruane's just going to fight pressure with pressure, puts it up and in. Tough shot, but she made it roll in for the first 2 points of the Lady Riders. Nice defensive pressure by Cora Rabel, working against Sibenek. Tennant on Clausing. Tennant causing some issues for the Lady Cats. Track down. Push over to Sibenek, who's going to fire up a 3-ball, and it's good on the left side. Good defensive pressure. Unlucky that they couldn't make something happen out of it, and the Lady Cats are able to get 3 points out of that offensive possession. Right side, Rabel picks up her dribble. Over to Felver. Felver above her head. Finds Daringer. Ooh, unlucky there because Daringer had a lane, but prior to that lane opening up, she gets fouled by number 4, I believe.
Yes.
Substitutions, I know for St. Mary's, we've got number 33, Carson McLaughlin. And substitution for Kalida, number 34, Maya Schmitz. Schmitz, a 5'6" senior. Schaff Auto Sales scoreboard reads St. Mary's 2, the Lady Cats 5. It's been a pretty evenly matched contest thus far. Daringer. Nice help side D by Carson McLaughlin, which results in that turnover into the hands of Cora Rabel. Back to Daringer across the volleyball line. Daringer seeing what opportunity she has. A little pick. No roll opportunity, but she kicks back out to Kylie Tennant for a 3-ball. Off the iron, no good. But there's Daringer. Daringer with the offensive rebound. Slips through. There's Carson McLaughlin on the weak side. Puts it up. Can't put it in. Finally controlled by the Lady Cats. Just a little bit of a rush shot by Carson McLaughlin, getting the pass on the weak side. And just got to take her time and put it off the glass and put it in. Clausing. Hovis. Hovis fakes the handoff, dribbles into the left side, puts it up into traffic. Rabel pulls it down. Rabel looks left side to Tennant. Tennant inside to McLaughlin. She puts it up, can't get it to go in, but she's not giving up and comes up with that loose ball, resulting in the second tied up possession. It's going to be favoring the Lady Cats. Now, that was a much better shot attempt by McLaughlin, taking her time. She just rolled it in and out. Hopefully we see her continuing on with some opportunities underneath there. Easily breaking a little bit of token pressure by the Rough Riders. Kick out to number 34, Schmitz, for a deep 17-footer, 2 points. Extends the lead to 7-2 on the Schaff Auto Sales scoreboard. St. Mary's is struggling on the offensive side, Kelly. Anything that you see that needs to be done differently? Nice take by Tennant. She puts it up, and she gets it to drop. That's what you do, right?
That's what you got to do. You just got to mention it. No, they're getting some good shots. They're getting some good looks. They just need to take their time. Kind of, at the beginning of the game, you go in and you're a little nervous, but, just shake the nerves off a little bit, and they'll start falling here pretty soon.
Kylie Tennant fought fire with fire, attacked the basket, and she gets fouled and makes good on the old-fashioned three-point play to bring the score 5-7. Nice work by number 21, Kylie Tennant, 5'7" senior for Coach John Burke. Last year, the girls were 19-6. They were the district runners-up, lost in the pull-in. Nice outside shot by
number 11,
Brooke Vinicotter. Three-pointer extends the lead 5-10. Back inside the lane is Tennant. Just comes up a little bit shy as Vinicotter chases it down, but she's got a double team, and it's going to be tied up. Good job by Kylie Tennant as she quickly gets back, ties it up, and it's going to be St. Mary's ball underneath. Carson McLaughlin checking out. Inbounds play underneath their own basket for the Lady Riders. Daringer to Rabel. Rabel kicks up top to Noah Wayne. Noah immediately goes inside, puts his little floater up. Just not enough to get over the rim. Rebound by the Lady Cats. So last year, the Riders were 19-6, district runners up. Double dribble call on the Lady Cats.
Sibenek.
You hardly ever see the double dribble.
You don't. I think by this time, they've kind of got the fundamentals knocked out, but every once in a while it sneaks up on you.
And there we saw it. Coach Burke lost to graduation Lauren Cisco, Allie Will, and Carly Kaywood. It has a relatively young team out here. And that double dribble followed up by a travel against St. Mary's. Started a senior, and then Elena Menker is a junior. Kendall Daringer is a junior. Noe Ruane is a junior. And then rounds out that starting five with senior Kylie Tennant.
So interesting play over here on the sideline. They inbounded the ball, and the person they inbounded the ball to threw it back to the girl who hadn't established herself inside the court. So therefore, it's a turnover.
Turnovers starting to happen a little more rampant here as Daringer gets the screen and stops and pops and puts it in. 7-10. That was a beautiful looking stroke by Kendall Daringer. Daringer then works on the defensive side, gets beat by Sibenek. Sibenek gets stopped by Noah Ruane. Rabel working against Vinicotter. Vinicotter trying to get in the lane, ball stripped. Picked up by the Lady Cats though. Daringer makes a beautiful defensive play there that Kylie Tennant gets a little thievery, dishes to the right side. Maker puts it up, rebounded by Tennant. Tennant, a little shovel pass to Daringer. Daringer gets fouled in the act of shooting. But let's go back to the defensive side here where it's good scouting report and good execution by Daringer, knowing that the point guard, not real strong on the left side dribble, forced her to go back, and then right there was a little steal and results in the first free throw opportunity for Kendall Daringer, who makes good on it. Substitutions for Kalida, number 20, Livia Recker, and I believe number 22, Brenna Smith, check back in for Coach Adam Huber. Daringer eyes it, she flies it. Hard off the back iron, but there's Noe Ruane with the offensive rebound, fighting against pressure. Release valve to Maker, who immediately shoots it from the baseline. There's Ruane again. She puts it up short. Two offensive opportunities, no good. Nice outlet pass by the Lady Cats ahead to number 34, who walked, and she is going to get called for that travel. Heads up play by number 24, Camille Hovis with the offensive rebound. Throw it down court to 34, Schmitz. But Schmitz just shuffles her feet before she gets a shot opportunity up. In for the Rough Riders, number 22, Emma Burt, senior Emma Burt. Rabel to the right side to Manker. Oh, looking inside to Rabel, who was not looking. Another turnover. Probably too many turnovers in this first quarter for the liking of Coach John Burke. See if he can get that figured out here as we're down to about the last 30 seconds of this first quarter of action. Vinicotter, ball above her head, being guarded by Manker. Gets a screen. Couldn't find the roll to the right side. 24 seconds to go. Smith over to Vinicotter. Down to 12 seconds. Vinicotter thought about it. She walked, no call. Tennant with some nice defense. Hovis being guarded by Rabel. We're down to 2-1. Nice defensive possession by the Rough Riders. The Lady Cats did not get the shot that they were after there. Give kudos to the defense of St. Mary's. Well, there's one quarter of action in the book. St. Mary's 8, Lady Cats 10. Take this time to thank a couple of our known sponsors. It's early for Rider Nation Station, and we always like to wait and see what Governor DeWine is going to allow or not allow before we fully commit to any of our broadcasts, Kelly. And like to give a shout out to Midnet Media. Midnet Media designed our website. Go to ridernationstation.com, check that out, and give credit to long-standing sponsor of ours, Albert Sporting Goods. Albert Sporting Goods. Check them out for all of your Rough Rider apparel. Albert Sporting Goods, a friend of St. Mary's Athletics, a friend of Rider Nation Station. And love to give a shout out to one of our fall sponsors, and they did the sponsorship for the football highlight video, Schaff Auto Sales. Kelly, we're looking at probably two of the best high school scoreboards that you're going to find in 2020.
By far.
Unbelievable. The graphics, the pictures of who scores, and it's running some ads on it as well. Schaff Auto Sales. Check out Aaron High, the car guy at Schaff Auto Sales. They are a true friend of St. Mary's, true friend of the school, and a true friend of Rider Nation Station. Thanks, guys. It is beautiful. Shot up by number 20, no good. There's Ruane with the defensive rebound, and she's able to take it in transition off the board. She finds Daringer. Daringer finds Burt, almost stepped out. Kalida with the K, thought it was going to be out, but they do end up getting the turnover, but Rabel steps in, makes it turnover back into the hands of Noah Ruane, who puts it up. Finally settled by Vinicotter for Coach Huber's Lady Cats. Olivia Recker working against Burt to the right side, drags the foot, keeps it there enough not to get the call. 22, Brenna Smith, captain, fires it over to Recker. Gets a screen. Burt gets a hand in the face, over to Smith to the left side. One bounce over to number 11, Vinicotter. She hits the three. Kelly, how many points does Vinicotter have?
She's 2 for 2 on the three-point line right now. She's got 6 points.
So that's something that the Rough Riders are going to have to keep in mind as Burt throws up a three-point, hard, rebounded by the Lady Cats. They're in transition. Here comes Smith. Oh, my, and another oh, my, she missed. Defensively, St. Mary's going to have to pick it up a little bit as they allowed a little coast-to-coast transition. Fortunately, they missed the layup. Burt threw it into Felver, and Felver put the shot up, but blocked out of bounds. Going to be Rough Rider triggering it in underneath their own basket. Lineup for St. Mary's, Manker, who gets the throw, and she takes it inside, finds Felver. Felver puts it up, just a little shy, no good. Rebounded by number 5, Grace Clausing. So we have Rabel, Manker, Felver, Daringer, and Tennant in for Coach John Burke's Lady Riders. They are down 5 points, 8-13. Lady Cats have hit a few three-pointers to allow them to extend their lead a little bit. 22, Smith. Venicotter swings over to Clausing. Clausing into the paint, stopped by Tennant, which results in a turnover. Derringer's going to take it to the hoop. She puts it up and short arms it. Going to be rebounded by nobody. It's going to go out on Bueller. Apparently out on St. Mary's.
St. Mary's it was.
St. Mary's picking up a little man-to-man full court pressure. Derringer trying to D it up on Seibenek. Seibenek left side, then goes right side. 22, Smith puts it down on the floor, kicks out to Smith. Smith's over to Seibenek. Seibenek kicks out to number 11, Venicotter. Venicotter's had the hot hand from behind the arc. She's 2 for 2. Seibenek, little underhand pass to Smith. Smith over the top of her head. Man-to-man pressure by the Riders. A little one-on-one by Clausing. She loses it off of her own foot. St. Mary's is doing a nice job of help side D. Basically, it looks like the attack offensively is a little one-on-one. Try to get to the lane, make something happen. St. Mary's done a nice job with the help side D.
You know, and even their backside help, they're all the way in the key. They're almost underneath the basket, you know, in line with that midline of the court. And so they're ready to help as at a moment's notice.
Derringer trying to get this Rough Rider offense kicked into a little better gear than what they've been. She goes, nice give to Haley Felver. Good assist by Derringer. 2 points off the glass. Felver. There's a beautiful shot on the Schaff Auto Sales of Felver's picture. Like I said, you get to score, you get your picture shown on the Schaff Auto Sales scoreboard. 10-13, St. Mary's trails by 3. Smits to the top of the key to Venicotter. The Lady Cats have only played one game, just like St. Mary's. They lost to OG 46-33. Ooh, I hate that call too. It looks like it, and maybe she did get a little bit of the arm, but it looked like her hand was on the ball. That would be Kendall Derringer, who gets called for, I believe, her first foul.
First foul.
And is going to put to the free throw line. Number 4, Catherine Seibenek. Seibenek puts it up. No good. Checking back in for Coach Huber is number 24, Camille Hovest. And back in the lineup for the Lady Riders, number 15, Noe Ruane. Seibenek, she puts it up. Hard iron there. Tennant falls down trying to rebound, and she's going to come from behind and foul, maybe a little bit wisely. Number 24, Camille Hovest. Just a bad break for Tennant. She had the position. She fell backwards, and Hovest was right there just to scoop it up and attempt to put it in, but she got fouled. Three dribbles, eyes it, flies it, puts it off the right side of the iron. Substitution for Coach Huber's Lady Cats, number 20, Livia Recker. Second free throw opportunity for Hovest. She eyes it, she flies it. She hits back iron, no good. And there's Elena Manker chasing it down to get the defensive rebound. Finds Derringer across the half-court line. We're playing a little bit of, I think still man-to-man. Rabel hits hard on the three-point. Tennant's there with the offensive rebound. Back to Rabel, dishes out to Ruane. Ruane steps back, ends up throwing it over to Tennant. Tennant skips over to Derringer. Derringer fakes a shot, puts it up, goes in, and she's going to get tagged for the player control foul. Nice little floater by Derringer. What I loved is she gave a great shot fake from 3, gave her a little bit of an opportunity to get inside, and gets called for the foul.
You know, and Kendall penetrates the lane really well. You know, for her size, she's not real tall, but she gets her defense to move enough, and she has that pretty runner, you know, that she just lofted it up over the rim, and most times it's going in. So just an unfortunate call there, you know, just the defensive player had their feet set, and they called her for a player control. And
I believe that's foul number 2, 2 quick fouls on Derringer. We're just under 3 minutes in this second quarter of action here at Grand Lake Health System Court. Still man-to-man defense. Rabel forcing right. Kick back to number 20, Recker. Recker tries to go right side. There's Daringer. Daringer double team. Back to Recker. Switching up. Roane with the steal. Tennant to Manker. Manker to Rabel. Rabel fakes a shot. Dishes it out to Daringer. Daringer can't make good. Tennant tries to save it. And it's controlled by the Lady Cats of Kalida. St. Mary's getting some decent looks, just have not been able to capitalize on those decent looks, and they trail by 3 with 2:07 to go. Daringer needs to be careful not to get a third quick foul in this first half. Penetration by the Cats, kick back out to Recker. Nice step up by Tennant, but Recker's able to put a runner off the backboard straight on to extend the lead by 5. 15-10 advantage for the Kalida Lady Cats. Is that how you used to make them?
Yeah, a little bit of luck.
Roane puts it up off the top of the basket. Going to be Kalida basketball. And that last basket by Recker to extend the lead by 5. It was just great step up D by Tennant. She was straight up, and Recker somehow got it up and over the extended arms of Tennant.
Yeah, you can't
and
do
the
much
geometry was just right.
It was perfect.
Nice defensive pressure by Rabel. Picked up now by, there's a good stop for a double team. Roane and Rabel do get the double team, but somehow the Lady Cats survived that double team. Good defensive pressure by the Lady Riders. They find a dead spot to Hovest. Nice little bounce pass to that little dead spot area there, and had a good angle to take to the hoop with 2 dribbles, puts it up and then extends that lead to 7. Rabel kicks out to Burt. Burt to Tennant in the corner. Skip pass to the right side to Maker. Maker throws it up, and nothing but net for number 4, Elena Manker. 3-point shot, Elena Manker. Is that St. Mary's first 3-point goal?
That is their first. Got a lot of attempts, and they're looking good. They're not, too far off the mark, so hopefully they start falling here soon.
Comes underneath the 1-minute mark in this first half of action. Dead ball. Tennant, dead ball. Good. There is Seibenek. Seibenek right side dribble. Hands off to Venicotter. Venicotter's 2 for 2 from behind the arc. Good defensive pressure. We're at 12 seconds to go. 12 seconds in the half. Hand in the face to number 5, Clausen. She dribbles in way too easy, gets an opportunity. There's Ruane to pull down the rebound. And this first half of action at Murrotech Court, at Grand Lake Health System Court is in the books. St. Mary's trailing by 4, 17-13. Again, want to thank the couple sponsors that we do have early on in the Rider Nation Station season. Midnet Media, check out RiderNationStation.com. Thanks for the beautiful work by Darren and company at Midnet Media. And also, I want to give a shout out to Albert Sporting Goods. If you have an interest in helping Rider Nation Station bring these live streams to you, girls basketball, boys basketball, wrestling, and we'll try to get a couple bowling and as well. And swimming and diving, I have no idea how we could get done, but if there's a way, we'll try to figure that out. But if you have any desire to help with the sponsorship to make this all happen and let everybody see what's going on with our Rough Rider sports, go ahead and give us a shout out at RiderNationStation@gmail.com or message us on Facebook or reach out to us in any way. We would greatly appreciate it. We're going to take a quick little break and just show you the Schaff Auto Sales scoreboard for a while, and we'll come back right before the start of the third quarter with the stats with Kelly Fulmer. We'll be right back. All righty, welcome back to Grand Lake Health System Court. I'm Doug Spencer. Alongside me, Kelly Fulmer. We are Rider Nation Station. Glad to be bringing you Winter Sports 2020-2021. St. Mary's is down by 4, 17 for the Lady Cats, 13 for the Rough Riders, as they are in their respective locker rooms talking strategy, making adjustments to see what the next two quarters of action can bring. St. Mary's presently 1-0 with a 71-21 victory over Fort Jennings, and the Kalida Lady Cats are 0-1 with a 46-33 loss to Ottawa Glandorf. Last year's matchup, St. Mary's was victorious at Kalida with a 50-31 lead. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at the first half statistics with Kelly Fulmer. Kelly?
All right, we're going to start off with Kalida here. We've got a handful of their players that just have a bucket. Recker, Hovest, Schmitz, they've all put a bucket in against our Rough Rider defense. They're big scorers, though, Venicotter and Sibonek. Sibonek's going inside and outside. She's got a field goal, and she has a three ball. So I've got her for 5 points. And Venicotter, of course, she's the one that made both of her 3-point attempts. So she's down for 6 points. Over on the St. Mary's side, we've got Haley Felver with the basket, Manker with that big three to kind of pull in the line towards the halftime. So she's got 3 on her name. She's also kind of helping out on the rebound. She's down for 2 rebounds. Kendall Daringer, she had that basket and a free throw, the old 3-point play. She's coming down with some rebounds too. She's got 2, and she's got 3 steals for herself. Noe Ruane, she's shooting 1 for 4 right now. Those outside shots were going to start falling because she's dead eye from that 15 to 17 foot range where she can do some damage. But she's got 2 points right now for us and 3 rebounds with 2 steals. Kylie Tennant is shooting 1 for 2 right now. She's got a free throw and 2 rebounds with a steal. So that kind of rounds out our scoring and some other statistics there. It's a good game right now.
It really is. It's probably a little more low scoring of a contest than what I anticipated coming in to this game. And part of that is just St. Mary's has not been able to get shots to fall that they're used to and accustomed to seeing. And I think you hit on a solid point with Noe Ruane. She is an absolute scorer, and she's just been a little cold in the first half. And she's had some big-time offensive rebounds, and the put-back opportunities weren't able to fall for her. But we'll see what type of scoring threat she's going to be in the second half here. And St. Mary's really hasn't been able to make things happen in transition much either, where, they've been successful in getting points and from last year's season. And I didn't see the 71-21 stomping at Fort Jennings, but you put 71 points on the board, you're able to put that ball through that cylinder and see whether or not St. Mary's can heat things up here in the second half at Grand Lake Health System Court.
Yeah, Kalida plays a real tough defense too, and I feel like we're pretty similar in athleticism here. But Kalida, they're disciplined defensively. They're getting in our face a little bit, so they're kind of putting us off balance as we're shooting, and they're not always falling that way.
Give a shout out to the St. Mary's JV, who won 36-21 against the Kalida Lady Cats. So good job to the Lady JV basketball players and JV head coach Mariah Krug. For those of you who love history and love St. Mary's, tune in the next couple of days to watch a wonderful, wonderful vodcast on Gordon State Park. Kelly, how familiar are you with Gordon State Park?
I could tell you approximately where it was, and then it was a really long time ago. But that's all I know.
And that's
I can't
a good
wait
start.
to watch it.
So you're going to be a Gordon State Park aficionado once you watch this. vodcast, which Zach Farrell interviews Denny Long to give the history of Gordon State Park. It was short-lived, 1924 to 1933, and it's over. Denny Long will bring you that story, and there are so many beautiful pictures of what this park was. Denny Long has constructed to scale the park along with the actual to-scale roller coaster, the Devil's Backbone.
Wow, that's impressive.
It is
That is impressive.
totally impressive. So I could not be more excited to get Vodcast going back on, to share about the beautiful history of St. Mary's, capturing these stories, and getting people to think positively about their hometown, St. Mary's, Ohio. So tune in. If you're a subscriber, it will pop up when it does premiere, and you can watch it over and over and over. It's about 55 minutes in length, so check that out. All right, St. Mary's has possession to start off the third quarter. Man-to-man defense to the right side to Tennant. Tennant looking things over. She gets turned around inside to Ruane. Goes to Ruane. She puts it up. She forces it, and it's going to be transition for the Lady Cats. Ball above the head for Smith. Stopped by Daringer. Man-to-man defense by the Rough Riders. Rabel with the defense against Sybenek. Sybenek has to go way to the volleyball line to Smith. With that pressure, we're going to get the first turnover. A travel is called against Brenna Smith. Good defensive pressure by St. Mary's. Lady Riders down 4. Game plan with the first possession was go inside to Ruane. To the right side to Rabel. Rabel working right side. She gets it kicked out to Ruane. Ruane picks it up. Fires to Maker. Maker puts it up. Short iron. Rebound by Camille Hovest. Hovest to the right side to Smith. Smith and transition stopped by Tennant. Tennant with the, Smith with the crossover dribble against Tennant. Right side comes Sybenek. Sybenek inside to Hovest. Hovest puts it up wildly, and she's going to get called for the foul, as on the weak side was Elena Minker to capture that board.
Personal foul, 24, Camille Hovest. Her first, team first.
4-point deficit for the Lady Riders as Kendall Daringer brings it across half court, working against number 4, Catherine Sybenek. There's Wayne. Tennant finds Daringer. Not a whole lot of movement right now. Daringer gets it inside, puts it up. Hard iron. She gets her own offensive rebound, puts it up. No call. Going to be rebounded by number 11, Vinicotter. One thing about Kendall Daringer, she's in every possession somehow, some way. She puts the shot up. She gets her own offensive rebound. She goes down and she's putting the shot back up. And here she is defensively putting the stop to Clausing.
Yeah, she's one. She really understands the game. She knows where she needs to be and is able to utilize her athleticism in various aspects of the game.
I mention this a lot in soccer. There's Tennant who anticipates that pass and gets a little bit of thievery for the turnover against the Lady Cats. Maker tries to see an opening to Rabel, and we got a kick ball going to trigger the ball underneath the Rough Rider basket. Daringer may be one of the toughest players I've seen on the pitch, on the court, and she'll take on anybody, and she'll get right back up again and continue to go back after you. Triggers into Maker to Rabel. Rabel working in, kicks back to Ruane. Ruane back to Rabel. Just not clicking 100% on all cylinders right now. The passes are just a little bit off. The dribbles are just a little bit off. See whether or not we can get all 5 working together here. Ruane at the top of the key. Right side to Rabel. Rabel goes in. She's going to get pushed from behind is the call. Rabel penetrates from the left side inside to the paint, gets fouled. It's going to be 2 quick fouls in this third quarter on the Lady Cats, and we've got substitutions as Felver comes in for Tennant. And Smits comes in. Ruane, nice bounce pass, and we're going to get called for the 3-second call. We've seen travels, we've seen double dribble, and now we've seen the 3-second call. Getting a little bit of everything. Oh, and the one that I didn't see that you pointed out of throwing back into the girl who hadn't established her self back onto the court. So we really have seen a lot of everything. Very nice job by the Lady Cats to break the pressure of St. Mary's, which results in putting it up off the glass from the left side. But Deringer's going to do this nice little shot from the right side. She came up short, rebounded by Schmitz. And the Lady Cat lead is 6, and they're trying to build upon it with 4:25 to go in the third quarter. Clausing dribbles into Ruane, kicks back to Seibenek for the 3. No good, but offensive rebound by Smith. She should have gone back underneath to the right side. She took the bad angle straight up. Nice look by Deringer to Ruane on the left side, up off the glass. Noe Ruane with 2 points, her 4th point, and it's a 4-point deficit now as Seibenek is in a hurry. Hands off to Smith, who throws it to Venicotter. Venicotter, first time, no good from behind the arc. St. Mary's catches a break. Burt checks in for Cora Rabel. Lady Riders down 15-19. Deringer taking her time. Ruane looking for Felver on the opposite block. Little reach by number 5, Clausing. Ruane maintains it to Deringer. Deringer inside to Felver. Felver puts it up and in. Tough shot. She's given up size, but she got it up just enough off the glass, put it in. Haley Felver, 4 points, and more importantly, they've cut that lead down to 2, 17-19. Penetration inside by Record. Wild shot. Rebounded by Felver. Over to Deringer on the right side. Deringer's looking to go in. Nice move. Steps back and just short. Going to be last touch by St. Mary's. Nice little hesitation move by Deringer. Get the defender to fall down, actually, and she just stepped back and then shot it. Probably should have put it back on the floor 2 more times and just laid it in. The Lady Cats doing a nice job with the 3-quarter press by. There's got to be an extra step there. And there is. They're doing a nice job of having the appropriate spacing and hitting the passing lanes to break that little bit of a 3-quarter token pressure by the Riders. Last time down the floor resulted in some points for the Lady Cats. This time results in a turnover. 17-19. Lady Riders looking to tie this up as they try to make the entry pass into Felver. The ball goes out, but Felver was apparently fouled with that entry pass. Trigger underneath our own basket. Deringer finds the relief back to Ruane on the volleyball line. Ruane over to Burt. Burt swings to the left side to Maker. Right-handed dribble for Elena Maker. Deringer's looking for Burt and turns the ball over. Nice control by Grace Clausing as she got double teamed and she finds Smits. Smits finds Clausing back. She floats it up in the side. No good. Ruane does a nice job getting the ball, but gets flipped out of bounds by Clausing. Going to be St. Mary's ball. Clausing's going to check out and take a seat for Coach Adam Huber. 17-19, 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Derringer trying to get a ball screen from Thelver, throws it up. It's going to be a turnover as number 22, Smith, she just read what was going to happen there and stepped back and didn't take the screen and intercepted that pass. Cyberneck directing things for Coach Huber's Lady Cats, getting things reset. We're going 4 high. Putting it to the left side is Smith. She puts it up, no good. Basically just tried to isolate her on the left side and go one-on-one. She did everything right except put it in. And St. Mary's panics on their offensive side of the court and throws the ball away. Yeah, just a little bit of patience there, and I think it was a one-hand shove pass that didn't quite have the accuracy that we needed and resulted in a turnover for the Lady Riders, being down 2 points, 1:20 to go in the third quarter. Probably looking run and jump here if we get an opportunity to get her turned right there. Here comes Kylie, but she did a nice job turning back. Wrecker. Relief valve to the Riders in front of the Kalida bench is Cyberneck. Kicks back to Wrecker. We're at 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Derringer gets Wrecker to turn, but Wrecker goes all the way, puts it up, and strong on the right side. Here comes Cora Rabel. Rabel finds Ruane. Ruane gets his pass, puts it up, and in on the right side. The Rabel to Ruane connection ties this contest up with 40 seconds to go. That's the 6 point for Noe Ruane. St. Mary's continuing on with the full court pressure, trying to run and jump. Good spot to get it. Nice.
That was over and back. All right.
Now, Coach Huber's going to say that the ball was tipped. The referee's going to say, why don't you take a step back, son? and that is, you get accolades defensively if you can get them to pick their dribble up right across half court.
That's the hot spot.
And you feel shame if you're the offensive player who goes across half court and picks their dribble up.
Yep, that's a no-go zone.
Now, this is what basketball is all about. The officials talk things over, and they say, Coach Huber, you know what? You were right. There was a deflection.
Not very many times they have that, but yes.
There was a deflection, so it is not a turnover and will be your ball. We're at 24 seconds. Rabel with great defensive pressure. Clausing, guarded by Ruane, swings over to Smith. Smith gets the ball screen from Clausing. Clausing gets a hand on to pass back to Clausing. Smith, Clausing. Wrecker fires up from the baseline. 3, no good. It's going to be the end of the third quarter where that Schaff Auto Sales scoreboard reads St. Mary's 19, Kalida 19.
Don't they play this song at Wisconsin between the third and fourth quarter?
I would have to pretend that I knew what you were talking about to answer that question.
Is this the jump around song?
It is the jump around song.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, they got to get the student section rocking. Not many.
That's going to be a problem in 2020,
exactly.
2021 basketball season. It sounds like that the ruling is for those games that are going to have an anticipated more than 300 crowd, that you may only have parents, and I don't know how it's all going to work out. From the recommendation that came out today we've got a nice crowd here to watch this first home opener for the Lady Riders, and people are spread out, masked up, and doing their part, but also getting to watch in person their Lady Riders participate. And we're glad that we're able to bring to you live stream this contest, as we'll do all season long. We may even throw in a few away games for you.
How about this? We're tied up at 19 to start the fourth quarter. I mean, 19 points. What a defensive game.
Yes, and like we said at halftime, we really anticipated a lot more scoring output by the Lady Riders, but it doesn't matter how many points you score, except for scoring one more than the opposing team.
We seem to have gone to a zone here.
Yep, we have packed it in. Got to keep an eye on
Right there.
The girl right there, Brooke Vinicotter. I believe she's 2 of 3 from behind the arc.
Mm-hmm.
So Coach Burke has a little bit of strategy of switching things up from the man-to-man and going to the 2-3 zone. And it's caused a little bit of confusion for the Lady Cats. 45 ticks off the clock, and they've got to call timeout. Now, if you're Coach Burke, do you come back with that same defense, or are you going to switch it up?
You know, it never hurts to
differently?
maybe switch it up. Your defense, your man-to-man worked great, you know, for
At
the
least one
first 3
time?
quarters, one time. And
then go back to that 2-3 zone,
I
or
think
just
you do. Yeah, you
or
do.
just stick with it. You know what?
See what happens.
See what they can do out of this 2-3 zone. But like we mentioned, number 11, Brooke Vinicotter, the 5'8" junior, has been very successful from behind the arc. So you got to keep an eye on her. And it looks like Catherine Seibenek isn't afraid to shoot from behind the arc as well. All right, let's see what Coach Burke has in store. Looks like we're going to stay in the zone. Seibenek throws down to the dead spot. There's a good double team spot. Gets it back to Seibenek. Smith, nice
Perfect.
job. And that was well read by Noah Ruane, who gets the steal, finds Rabel. Rabel kicks back to Derringer. Derringer puts up the 3 ball. Nothing but net. Kendall Derringer. St. Mary's going to take the lead, 22-19 at the 6:40 mark. Kendall Derringer puts in her 6th point of the contest. Ruane working against Clausing.
Got him rattled a little bit.
And that was pretty much just an unforced turnover right there. Yep. So a minute and a half into this 4th quarter, the strategy by Coach Burke has worked out. St. Mary's has the lead by 3. Rabel working right side against number 22, Smith. Kicks over to Tennant. Tennant goes inside, puts up a wild shot, but it's good. She finds the right geometry off the glass, puts it in. That lead has now extended to 5. Easy transition point for Kalida. Knows they're not able to make good on the bunny, but they chase down the offensive rebound. They've got a second opportunity to close this 5-point deficit, 24-19. Back to man-to-man defense for the Rough Riders. Smith takes it inside, but she's going to be fouled on the dribble. Looks like that foul is going to be called against number 21, Kylie Tennant.
That's the first foul of the half. So pretty impressive with the low scoring, defensive. I mean, it's just disciplined defense right there.
And it's been an aggressive defense as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not go back and play nonchalantly defense, but that is pretty incredible that's the first one. 24-19, 5.5 minutes to go in this contest. Looks like a lot of extra steps, but ends up getting into the hands of number 34, Schmitz. So the referee's given the explanation that there was no travel because the defender popped that ball out of the hands of the offensive player for Kalida. Jump ball, possession arrow favored the Riders. Now switched over to the Lady Cats. Rabel with a nice job behind the back dribble to Ruane, over to Felver. And they're flying through the air again with a shot. Number 21, Kylie Tennant. She puts it up and in for her 7th point. And Coach Adam Huber calls timeout, says, we need to talk things over, girls, because this 4th quarter has not been our quarter at all. It was 19-19. At the end of 3, it's 26-19. 7-0 run in the 4th quarter for Coach John Burke's Lady Riders.
Kendall came in and hit that 3 at the beginning of the quarter and really got, the momentum shifted. The girls are able to kind of counter on that and really attack the basket. And Kylie and her acrobatic shots here, they're looking good. So they just got to keep up the defensive effort and be smart on offense and end this game here.
And help me remember, it was 19-19, and we had a three-pointer to take the lead.
Yes, Kendall hit that 3.
And then they had a unforced turnover, which gave us the ball back, and I think we were able to get a 2-point shot.
Kylie's hit the last 2 baskets here and given the Rough Riders a nice cushion here.
And that three-pointer to take the lead, and I believe it was the first lead for us, was by Kendall Daringer, correct?
Correct.
All righty, Coach Huber gets his timeout called, and St. Mary's 2-2-1 press. Nice ball fakes by the Lady Cats. Nicely done by the Cats to take on that 2-2-1 zone press by the Lady Riders. Rabel gets a hand on the ball, trying to come up with it. No, Smith retains possession, swings to Seibenek. Seibenek over to Vinicotter. St. Mary's packing it back into his zone. So Coach Burke, I don't know that I know his strategy yet of when we're going man-to-man and when we're going zone. I haven't picked up on that quite yet, but he is mixing it up and keeping the confusion going for the Lady Cats. Got a nice message from Ty Cisco that said, thanks for airing the basketball game. He appreciates it. Glad we could entertain you tonight, Ty. Miss you taking pictures out here for every girls basketball game. 3-point shot up by number 11, Vinicotter. She's now back to 50%, 2 of 4 as the ball is rebounded by Maker. In transition, Rabel. Rabel finds Felver. Felver back to Rabel. Left side, Maker to Rowan. Rowan looking things over, finds Rabel. Skip to the right side wing, Daringer. Nice back cut to Rabel. Rabel finds Rowan, a little too hot for her, but there's Daringer to pick things up. Reset the offense for Coach John Burke. Spin dribble, finds Rowan left side, back to Daringer. Daringer steps, fires. She wasn't just quite set.
Right.
Probably the smart thing to do in that situation was just dribble backwards or explode to the hole. She caught it, bobbled it, and her feet weren't quite set, and she put up the air ball. 26-19 is the score for the Lady Riders. 3:35.
Oh,
that's got to be trouble, but nothing. Wrecker survives any turnover possibility there. Seibenek working against that zone of St. Mary's. Schmitz fires up a 3, no good, but she's going to get her own rebound. Fires over to Seibenek. Seibenek thought about shooting it. Nope. Hands off to Wrecker. Wrecker's trying to find some room. Kicks off to Clausing. Clausing with the three-pointer, no good. And there's going to be Brooke Vinicotter that gets tagged with over the back. That's going to be the 4th foul of the second half against the Lady Cats. I believe the second foul against Vinicotter. Full court pressure by the Lady Cats, man-to-man, trying to run and jump themselves. Ruane does a nice job getting the ball to Rabel on the left side. Rabel back to the middle. Need to be a little more careful with that pass there. Escapes. There's Daringer. She's going to the hoop. She puts it up. She gets fouled, and she is going to be rewarded a trip to the charity stripe. She was explosive. She saw that lane open up. She takes it. She gets fouled. Free throws are always important.
Definitely.
More so in the fourth quarter when you're trying to maintain that lead, 26-19. Daringer dips, she flips, and she rips that net for the 27th point. Second free throw opportunity. Number 11, Kendall Daringer. Eyes it, flies it, and she finds it. Extends that lead to 9. Remember, at the start of this quarter, it was tied up, 19-19. 9 points for the Rough Riders. Ball's flipped out of bounds by number 11, Kendall Daringer. We mentioned earlier that somehow, some way, she's involved in every possession there is, defensively, offensively, and she just displayed that right there with flipping the ball out, trying to make an opportunity happen for the Rough Riders. Triggered in. Clausing to the right side baseline, fires out to Vinicotter. Vinicotter, Seibenek over to Smith, back to Seibenek. Right side, dribble to the left side is Vinicotter, who fires to Smith. Smith puts up the 3 ball. And quite honestly, Kelly, I believe that Kalida may be panicking a little bit, firing up the threes like
You're
they
exactly
are,
right.
as we just had an unforced turnover there. That, I think a lot of their last handful of shots have come from behind the arc, and it's really not necessary when they started it. Now we're approaching the 2-minute mark, but there was still time to get to the hoop, get to the free throw line is what I like to do, because the clock is stopped. But they went with the 3-point shots, and I guess we're going to be okay with that.
Yeah, and they're throwing them up, and now you want her shooting because she's proved that she's made a few. If you're Kalida, but the other girls, they just haven't quite proven themselves. They're shooting kind of off balance, and those aren't the shots you want if you want to try to get back into this game.
Yep, that was Vinicotter, who shot her 5th 3-pointer. She started off making the first 2, and she's missed the last 3. Nice read by Daringer on the inbounds pass. Daringer picked up by Seibenek. She gets it across half court. Daringer, nice job with the stop dribble, pull it back out, over to Rabel. Be strong with that ball. Be strong with the ball. A little bit of a dangerous passing lane, but we prevailed, and Coach John Burke wants a 30-second timeout. We're walking a little bit of a thin line with some of the passes that we had there, and Coach Burke wants to talk that over. Again, let's give some credit to those who are helping Rider Nation Station out for the winter sports. Midnet Media for all of your web design, graphic design needs. Call Darren at Midnet Media. And for all of your Rough Rider apparel, all of your sporting good needs, see Lyle and the gang at Albert Sporting Goods, downtown St. Mary's. If you would like to help Rider Nation Station out with boys basketball, girls basketball, wrestling, mention Ty Sisko. I'm going to have to mention his brother, Scott Sisko. Scott's going to help us out with the commentary on wrestling alongside Zach Farrell. And we're going to try to do some bowling too. We did Wapak St. Mary's last year, and hopefully we can travel to Wapak and do that, because that is 2 big-time perennial powerhouse teams there. That's kind of fun to do that Auglaize County rivalry. 1:35 to go. Cora Rabel working right side, brings it back with the left hand, behind the back. Nice job by Cora Rabel controlling things out there to the top to Ruane.
So it looks like we're probably delaying this, hoping for a foul.
And we got one.
I think it was a timeout first.
Oh,
It was
okay.
just kind of a sketchy situation over there with Kylie, and I think John kind of recognized it and called his timeout, which was probably a smart move. Things usually don't end up well when you're on your knees, and
And
you
it didn't
got
for
some
Kylie,
pressure.
because she took a good shot, but she's a tough hombre there that was able to get right back up, and it was no foul called because of the timeout that I missed. 28-19. Again, unbelievable that this quarter started 19-19, and my eyes just went to the awesome Schaff Auto Sales scoreboard. One of the greatest tools is the time is in the bottom left-hand corner,
Mm-hmm.
and the timeout clock is above it. The biggest bugaboo on the old scoreboard is, especially in the fourth quarter, when time is of the essence, and you call the timeout, and it goes to the timeout clock.
Yes.
And then when you're doing your X and an O and you look to see how much time's left,
Right.
it's not displayed. So what a great feature on that Schaff Auto Sales scoreboard. Wonderful supporters of St. Mary's, the school, Rider Nation Station. So make certain you check out Aaron Hyde, the car guy, for your automobile needs. Triggered into Manker. Over to Daringer. You want the ball in Daringer's hands. She's got to be a little careful there, but the call was first made on Seibenek.
All right, so they still got one more foul here before it's a 1-1, I believe. Should have been the 6th foul.
No, I believe you are correct there. Yeah, what you got to be careful of is if the referee says that Cyberneck had possession, Kendall brought that left elbow up, and just don't want to turn the ball over on a foul like that.
Yep, and they're coming after you, so you got to protect that ball. But in the same sense, you got to kind of take care of yourself.
That's
and
what you
take
do
wide
right
open
there.
Layups. That's fantastic.
Spread the floor out. Derringer takes her time, sees that there was a little bit of a parting of the seas, and just takes it down the left side, puts it up with the left hand off the glass, and extends that lead now by 11. 30-19, 57 seconds to go. I believe we had a foul called against us. And another amazing stat, that's just our second foul of this half. Smith's ball above her head. Cyberneck to the right side, tries to go in. They're closing. She fires up a three. No good. Great defensive boxing out by St. Mary's. That ball could have bounced 2 times, and St. Mary's still would have been able to get possession as they had the whole lane boxed out. That time, Derringer did not have a parting of the seas and dribbled it into multiple defenders and could have turned over due to the jump ball possession favoring the Kalida Lady Cats. Cyberneck gets bumped by Derringer. Fires over to Recker. Recker to Smits. Back to Recker. Venicotter wants to throw it up, but she's well defended. There's Smits firing up that left-hander. No good. Don't foul. But Maker doesn't foul. She gets the ball because it's another jump ball possession arrow favoring the Lady Riders. Under 10 seconds, St. Mary's going to extend their record to 2-0. Not a ton of points that were put up on the board, but as we mentioned, really all that's important, you score one more than what your opponent does. And they did it more. They did it with 2 ones by 11 points, 30-19. Keep in mind, Kelly, that was a fourth quarter shutout by the St. Mary's defense against the Lady Cats. That's pretty darn impressive there.
Yeah, John made the adjustment to go to a zone, and it kind of threw them off from there. And, they just never made it back from that. They got rattled.
We're not giving the MVP to Coach Burke, are we?
No.
Okay, good.
No, we can't do that.
Good. But, that was a nice little adjustment that he made to start that fourth quarter off. And for whatever reason, it shook the Kalida with the K Lady Cats, and they got the goose egg in the fourth quarter, and St. Mary's finally was able to turn the offensive machine on. They put 11 points up, and we had 13 at the end of 2 quarters.
Yes.
Yeah, so great adjustment by the Lady Riders, and they trailed through most of that contest until Kendall Derringer hit that 3-pointer to extend the lead 22-19.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and if you're ready. If you're not, I'll continue to talk.
I can be ready.
And take a look at the scoring summary for both teams. So St. Mary's pulls off 2 victories tonight here at Grand Lake Health System Court, where the JV was able to defeat Kalida 36-21. Kalida now 0-2. They had a loss 46-33 to OG, and St. Mary's now 2-0. First game they scored 71 points. This game they score 30 points. I can do the easy mathematical defensive average. They are giving up 20 points a game.
You are a mathematical wizard.
I am.
All right, I'm going to start off here with St. Mary's. Haley Felver ended the game with 4 points and 3 rebounds. Elena Manker, 3 points, 3 rebounds. Kendall Derringer, our high scorer of the night, 2 for 2 at the line, ended with 10 points with that really crucial 3 to put them ahead. Noe Ruane ended with 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 steals. Cora Rabel did a lot of the grunt work. You know, she had some rebounds, she had some assists, she had some steals, but just didn't get her name in the scoring column. And Kylie Tennant, 6 points, and remember those 2 beautiful floaters there in the fourth quarter to kind of help pull
extend that lead.
Yes, but she was one for one at the line also. For Kalida, we've got Steinbeck was at the half. She had 5 points. She ended with 5 points. Grace Klausing ended with 2 points. Benna Cotter, remember that was their 3-point shooter. Those were the only points that she had, was those 6 points in the first half. Olivia Recker ended with 2 points. Brenna Smith, she just had some rebounds, turnovers. Camille Hovest, she ended with a basket, and Maya Schmitz ended with a basket. So great defensive game on both behalf of both teams. But St. Mary's pulls out on top.
And I think that's a good sign of a strong team there, that things weren't working out so hot for them, and they didn't throw in the towel, so to speak, and they made the adjustments that needed to be made, and they were able to come out with a victory and keep their record unblemished at 2-0 in the early juncture of the season. Well, we'll be back Friday to bring you boys basketball. The Fort Recovery Indians come into the Horseshoe, and they're going to take on the boys. It will be opening game for the boys, and we'll bring that to you. So thanks for checking in, and everybody have a wonderful night. For Kelly Fulmer, for Rich Spencer, I'm Doug Spencer. Good night, everybody.